Hey guys, welcome to the 22nd vlog of on my channel, and we're building my quadcopter again, my first quadcopter, but there's just some problems that I've been running into, namely that plugging in the battery does not power on the flight controller, the VTX, or the camera, which is soldered to the PDB. And I'm inclined to believe that this is a problem with the PDB because if I plug in USB power into the flight controller, those three things power on. In addition, if I just take a battery over here, these batteries are around 70% charged. I think they're around 16 volts. And I think they're usually around 14 volts. Okay, so maybe they're around 12 or something volts-ish right now. But either way, they're adequately charged and should power up the quad fine. However, if I plug it in, you'll hear only 3 beeps. So that's been causing me problems. I know I didn't plug it in all the way, but it does do the same thing if I plug it in all the way. And using a multimeter, I discovered that the positive connection is not connected to the rest of the positive connections. So if I demonstrate that really quickly by getting a multimeter out here and turning on the multimeter and setting it to continuity, we can see that if it'd be a little hard to hold the camera here, but if I put it to positive and hold the camera, okay, it's a little hard. You'll have to bear with me for a moment. But if I connect it together like this, there's a beep. If I connect it to positive, there's no beep. But negative beeps. Positive does not. So I'm inclined to believe that the positive connection is probably improperly soldered, which means that I would have to take all this off, which would be a hassle. And it would be quite unfortunate for me, but I guess I am left with no other choice but to do such a thing. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a very slow disassembly of everything connected to the board here. I don't know exactly how I'm going to get everything out, but I do know it's going to be quite the hassle, and I'm going to try to keep everything, or as much as things as I can, soldered together in order to be able to, I'm going to keep as much as things soldered together in order to save time. So first thing we're going to do is actually cut this useless piece of string out, because these strings don't need to be here, and throw the string away. I'm going to have to get new string, but let's see if I can pick this up and remove the tape. There's tape covering this connection. Let's remove it really quick. Alright. Throw away the tape and take a careful look underneath. I am not going to lie, the connection seems alright. However, once again, if we take continuity, maybe from the underside it is not making a connection. Let's try to connect it. Nope. It does make a connection. But for some strange reason, positive does not connect. At first I thought this was improperly soldered, but I think maybe it is quite possible that this PDB is actually damaged in some way, which would be quite unfortunate. I am not sure if there is another way to test, but continuity should be a good way to test. Unfortunately, it is not. If I had to test the positive end on this power distribution board, I don't know if you can see, but if I were to, and let me move the camera, if I were to test the positive end on these boards, they all beep. This one, however, okay, so 2 positives beep, but this does not. It is the strangest thing I've ever seen, and I am not sure what is wrong. I'm really not. I don't... I really don't understand what is wrong, and it's frankly frustrating me that I cannot figure it out. I am not sure what I can do to rectify this whole situation. If I just give you a quick look, so here's the ESC that's making the beeps, and then here is the soldering connection. We zoom in really quick. Sorry for the shaky hand, but if we zoom in really quick, it does look fine. Continuity does cause it to beep. It is possible that it is not enough solder, so we will do that. I think I'm going to have to figure out a solution in order to solder everything without affecting anything else. I think the best solution is actually to do something like this and just add a bit of solder. How strange. There's no way that's not connected. This looks very connected to me, but actually we could give this a shot by doing this. Let's test for continuity on the edge. Oh, my multimeter is turned off. I'm a genius. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm inclined to believe that for some reason or another this multimeter is broken. But I can honestly say that I'm not entirely sure that it is. It really does seem broken. I'm not sure what's wrong. Frankly, it frustrates me because I really do believe I have a faulty power distribution board. If I can get a quick cable, something like this, clip it to the end of the alligator clip, like so, and touch the other end, it beeps. Okay, so we're gonna try to touch this, and it beeps. Interesting, it actually does beep when I touch it, so I think it's not enough solder. I need to add a little bit more solder to solidify the connection. This is actually a very interesting discovery that I did not discover before, but I think it is a good discovery. Next time I need to use more solder instead of being so conservative with my soldering. Also, I will have an upcoming announcement soon, which will be very exciting, and I think you will want to stay tuned for such an announcement. Alright, so if we take a careful look at this solder joint right here, we can see that it's actually not very strong, and I'm surprised it's actually holding together that well. But yeah, it definitely looks like the connection's just not there. So I think some extra solder is in order for this, for the positive side of the XT60 connector. Alright, I have my soldering iron up and ready to go. And now we will move on to soldering up this, what do you call quadcopter. Sorry, my brain is a little on brain fart mode or something. But yes, we will be going to solder this quadcopter up on the positive side. So see if I can tin this. It looks tinned. We will the goal seems simple, but I'm not sure if I can actually do it. Trying to get the solder to touch the side is proving to be difficult, actually. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. It's just not wanting to cooperate. Oh my god, I think I touched a soldering iron there. Oh well. Frankly, I think it's ridiculous that this thing is giving me so much trouble. Alright, come on. Alright, now, my favorite thing to do, of course, is testing for continuity. This board is quite hot right now, but if I just grab my trusty multimeter, turn it on, make sure it's working, make sure this is still connected. Sounds good. Now to do a test run, we'll push this back down here just a little bit. We'll push all these things back to where they belong in just a second. However, just as a quick test, let me turn off the soldering iron. Let me grab a battery. We will see if it completes boot up sequence this time. Come on. Maybe I should plug in the battery all the way. Try that. Does not finish boot up sequence. Yeah, we'll try to plug it in all the way, actually. Or, actually, I'm getting a red light this time. However, I'm not sure if that's what's wrong. Okay, I think I just need to plug in the battery all the way. Hopefully that's just the problem. So if I just hold it down like this. Well, now it's not booting up at all. Okay, well, it booted up all the way, but it's repeating. Oh no. Oh no, the power connection is not strong. Oh, I see the problem. Man, these batteries are really... near impossible, I swear, too. Disconnecting the battery is actually impossible. Oh my. I can't believe I have to be so violent with this board. Okay, well, one thing is definitely known for sure. It's that this board is just, well, it's giving me problems. However, I want to thank you for tuning in to this episode of the vlog. We identified the problem and we almost fixed it, so I'll see you next time.